my side of the debate is honestly pretty similar to yours, if I'm gonna be honest. But I mean, I grew up far more of like a Batman fan than or a Spider-Man fan.
Mm.
Because I mean, I did also grow up to be like a Spider-Man fan at the same time. Because like you can't not be both in our age range. But like I had like all like the Batman games, the Batman toys and stuff like that. I was always playing around with that stuff. I always had a greater affinity towards that. The shows for Batman have always, I feel like, been something that's always been very incredible to watch.
Mm.
Obviously, like movies like Batman. Obviously, we just watched Batman Returns last week or the
Mm.
week prior for like a movie review that we did. Um, Dark Knight, obviously that whole Dark Knight trilogy and stuff like that, and now
Mm.
this new Batman iteration that has been gaining a lot of popularity. I feel like he's just been someone that also has just been so culturally important to like superheroes and their like identities and stuff like that. And while he may not be like the symbol of like hope and friendliness that Spider-Man is, I will give him that. But like, I feel like Batman's perseverance to really take just as much shit as he can get and just all this like darkness and still rise out on top and not like compromising his morals is
Mm.
something that I think is something that a lot of people can like relate to or like kind of aspire to be and achieve for. So I do think there is just a lot. There's a lot of really like close similarities between these two characters and what people get out of these characters. There
Right.
are their differences, but like there's still like a lot of similarities. Like people really like see themselves in these characters and stuff like that. And I think it just goes a little bit more further to Batman's case because of the fact that while Spider-Man does also go through a lot of shit himself, Batman doesn't have like the powers to do that. So it's really just the strength of his own normal like
Of
human body at that
money.
point. And money.
um,
Spider-Man don't got no money. He broke.
this is true. This is true. Yeah, I do agree with you partially. I do agree that these are two, really, like I just said, these are like two sides of the same coin. Like they are
Right.
very similar characters. It's just two different ways to go about it. And like you said, how people kind of see themselves in both these characters. I am the perfect example. I literally can see myself as Peter Parker, and I've been in situations that he's been in. I've dealt with what he's dealt with, but I also have dealt with what Batman deals with. Like Spider Man is the is literally the hopeful, trying to be better side of me, and Batman is like the fuck it all, I'll burn it all side of me that I also deal with. So very much so, that's like my two characters that I definitely kind of represent as myself a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like Spider-Man may have more of a reach towards the youth, towards the women that Batman may not have. So that's really my final stamp on it.
My final stamp on it is just gonna be I feel like
My final stamp is fuck you. How about that?
fuck you, Spider-Man sucks dick. No, I really like Batman's stories a lot more. I feel like his stories are just far more, or maybe not like far more, but just generally more captivating and are just like far more like emotional and like personal, I guess you could say, or like relatable in a sense. But
Right,
you could say the same thing about both characters. It's really like
right,
just who's over who at this point.
right, for
It's
sure.
really personal bias at this point, like who is really the goat.
Right. Let us know though what you guys think for sure, because it's a very good debate and it could go either way. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're seeing a TikTok clip of it, please comment what you think, who you think is the biggest or the greatest superhero of all time, is it Batman or Spider Man?